does your horse plant? Now, I don't mean trees, like everybody should plant trees, but do they stop? Do they refuse to go at a particular point? Do they become slow when you approach a particular area? Do they stand and stare into the distance and you can't get them to move forwards? I'm going to give you a couple of magic bullets. And first, we have to think about they're communicating. They're telling us something. You know, it's quiet communication. It's not like big biting and kicking, but it's communication. I'm nervous. I'm fearful. I don't understand. Um, I anticipate this next piece is going to be uncomfortable, fearful. I may be anticipating a long ride, which is a lot of hard work. If I'm not fit enough, I may be anticipating discomfort from the saddle, from the bit. All of those things. I may not understand what's about to happen. I may not be able to make sense of what's occurring in the distance. I may not trust you to get us through the issue that I'm seeing in front of us. That's the hardest one. Now, magic bullets, well, quite simple. Take a big stick or your spurs and your heels, kick them, give them a good smack, drive them through it. Now, if you're just like, oh my God, you can't believe you recommended that. I haven't recommended it, but that is what happens in a lot of people. They want to drive the animal through. They're just looking at the fact they're stopped and I want to go for a ride. Okay, that may work. You may get forward movement if the size of what they're worried about and that communication is small enough that the fear and pain will drive them through that spot. You may get forward movement, you might get backward movement, you might get sideways movement, you might get upwards movement, you might get spinning and turning and disappearing. But what I guarantee you will get is pain and discomfort, and you will get fear and damage of the relationship. Next time they approach that spot, they may be so fearful that they just tuck in and deal with it and go past it without telling you how terrified they are. Or they might go, you know what, when I get to that spot, it gets painful. I'm going to stop a bit earlier. I'm going to not approach that spot because you've clearly told me I shouldn't be there. It's dangerous. It is so common to think short term in that approach. You might get away with it. You might think it works, but it's not a magic bullet I'm going to recommend to you. The other magic bullet is about thinking why. You've become a behavioral detective. What is it about today? And I'm going to tell you in a moment about like how do you deal with it in that instance when you're stuck there. But you've got to start thinking, why does my horse plant? Why do they stop? Why do they look into the distance? We have to check the physical, saddle, teeth, bridle, head collar, whatever it is, because you might be just planting when you're leading. Is it environmental? Is there something that they can see? Is there something they're being expected to walk past and over? Is it about the level of trust and experience you have together? Have you done enough work that when you say, hey, I'm really listening to you because this is the work of relationship. I'm listening to you. I know that you've got an issue that you're communicating to me, but for whatever reason, we need to just move past this point and we can work on it. And that might be about starting to do much more of a behavioral detective approach, saying when, how often, is it always at this point, is it everywhere, is it a different time of the day, is it when I'm in a rush, is it, you need to get all of that stuff out to give you a chance of going, why, this is what you want to do. And any communication from then should be about being able to enhance the relationship. Anything you do in your work and communication should be building trust, building experience, building safety for that animal so that they can rely on you. Now, in the moment, you're thinking, yeah, but I'm stuck there, Ben. What do I do? Get off and walk past. Oh my God, 6,000 years of evolution have told us of horsemanship, you must never stop and get off. That's rubbish. It is complete outdated rubbish. You can get off and walk past and get back on and hopefully go for the ride if that's what you choose to do. But he'll learn. He'll learn what? That you listen to him, that actually when there's something scary, you don't overreact, jab him in the sides, get cross, you just get off, walk past, get back on. I can't get back on, Ben, because he doesn't let me get on. Then you need to do your training in your paddock or in your arena or wherever you've got that you can get on anywhere. Everybody should be doing that. You should be able to get on anywhere, on a gate, on a fence, whatever it might be, so that you can lead him past, get on him, and off you go. Okay, then you begin the work of, okay, what do we do? I might just say, you might need to turn around and go home. Maybe today's not going to happen. And we need to accept that. That happens sometimes. Children, partners, horses, dogs, you know what? Bad day, not doing it. Let's go home, figure it out, do something else. But then we start to work out, okay, so when I come to that spot, if it's just that one spot or just that one activity, what can I do differently? Can I stop a bit earlier, give him scratches, rewards, make it more positive? Can I use positive reinforcement to encourage past that spot? Can I do some work on training at home to build confidence, problem solving, and trust? Yes, there's a shaping plan for that, and you should be doing it. And then can you actually say, how do I approach this problem in a way that will build my relationship? So it's going to take a little bit longer, but instead of seeing it as a problem because you just want to go out with a ride, that isn't a God-given right just to go for a ride on another species. That is earned, that is grown, that is created through patience, through understanding, through developing your skills together. And you might stop a little bit early, get off and walk past before they do. You might try and go up to that point, go past. You might find deliberately scary things that you build up to safely in your environment and teach each other, this is how you react in these situations. So you become that behavioral detective. Now, this magic bullet takes a little bit longer to solve, but once you have solved, you have a better relationship, you have a long-term solution, you have more tools in your tool bag, you have greater knowledge of your equine. Stop seeing it as a problem and start seeing it as an opportunity to increase the relationship that you have. It's a fantastic chance, and we need that mental process ourselves. Stop just thinking, I want to go out for a ride. If you want to be safe, if you don't want to be chasing horses that are napping and struggling to go out and getting frustrated, do the work now and it will be solved forever.